Let's dive into a profound journey of self-discovery and inner peace through Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. This book isn't just a guide, it's a life-changing philosophy. Tolle challenges us to escape the endless noise of our minds and embrace the present moment. Why? Because the present is all we truly have. By the end of this summary, you'll not only understand the key principles of the book, but you'll also feel inspired to live a life rooted in the now, free from the shackles of past regrets and future anxieties. So grab a cozy seat, and let's explore this transformative wisdom together. Welcome to Pages to Prosperity, where we transform profound books into actionable wisdom. The mind, your biggest ally and worst enemy. Let's start with the mind. Tolle explains that our minds are powerful tools, but they often work against us. Have you ever noticed how your thoughts pull you into endless loops about what happened yesterday or what might go wrong tomorrow? That's the mind trapping you in what Tolle calls psychological time. He shares a story about a woman at a park. She's sitting on a bench on a beautiful sunny day, but instead of enjoying the moment, her mind is racing. What if I lose my job? Did I offend my friend with that comment? Why can't I ever just relax? Sound familiar? This woman is everywhere but the present. Tolle says this is how most of us live, completely disconnected from the now. The solution? Awareness. When you catch yourself spiraling in thought, take a deep breath and bring your attention to the present. Look at the trees, feel the warmth of the sun, or listen to the sounds around you. This small act breaks the cycle of overthinking. What is the now? Tolle describes it as the space where life unfolds. It's not just the second on the clock. It's the only moment that truly exists. The past is gone, and the future isn't here yet. All we ever have is this moment. Here's a story to illustrate this. Imagine you're at a concert. The music is incredible, the crowd is electric, and for a brief moment, you're completely immersed in the experience. You're not thinking about work, your to-do list, or yesterday's argument. That's the now. You're fully present, and it feels alive and peaceful. But here's the kicker. Most of us spend our lives chasing this feeling instead of realizing it's always available. Tolle says that being in the now isn't about waiting for perfect moments. It's about making every moment perfect by being fully present. The pain body. Why we suffer. Have you ever noticed how pain from the past seems to resurface again and again? Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, which is like an emotional parasite living within us. It feeds on negative emotions and thrives when we dwell on past hurts. For example, think of a time you felt deeply wronged, maybe a breakup or a betrayal. Weeks or even years later, a small trigger can bring that pain roaring back. That's your pain body activating. And when it does, it pulls you out of the now and into a spiral of anger, sadness, or self-pity. Tolle's advice: recognize the pain body for what it is. When you feel those negative emotions rising, don't fight them or get lost in them. Instead, observe them. Label them. Ah, that's my pain body acting up. This detachment weakens its grip on you. Over time, the pain body loses its power, and you can return to the peace of the present. The ego and its games. Next, let's talk about the ego. According to Tolle, the ego isn't just about arrogance or pride. It's the voice in your head that creates your identity. It says, I am my achievements. I am my failures. I am my relationships. But the ego thrives on comparison, judgment, and fear. Here's a relatable example. Imagine scrolling through social media. You see someone on a dream vacation, and suddenly you feel a pang of jealousy. Or maybe you post something and obsess over likes and comments. That's the ego seeking validation and feeling threatened by others' successes. Tolle suggests that the way to disarm the ego is by disidentifying with it. You're not your thoughts or your achievements. You're the awareness behind them. The next time your ego starts playing its games, pause and remind yourself, this isn't who I am. Accessing the now through your body. One of the simplest ways to anchor yourself in the now is by connecting with your body. Tolle calls this inner body awareness. When you focus on your breath or the sensations in your hands and feet, you shift your attention away from your mind and into the present. Let's try this together. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Feel the air entering your nose, filling your lungs, and then leaving your body. Now, bring your attention to your hands. Can you sense their aliveness without moving them? This simple exercise grounds you in the now. Tolle shares the story of a man overwhelmed by anxiety. By practicing inner body awareness daily, the man found a profound sense of calm, even in stressful situations. It's a reminder that the key to peace is always within us. Relationships in the now. Relationships are another area where the power of now shines. Tolle explains that most relationship conflicts arise because we project our pain and unmet needs onto others. We expect our partners to complete us or fix our wounds, which inevitably leads to disappointment. But when you're rooted in the now, relationships transform. Instead of clinging to expectations or past grievances, you approach your partner with presence and acceptance. Tolle tells the story of a couple on the brink of divorce. By practicing mindfulness together, they stopped blaming each other and began communicating from a place of love and understanding. The takeaway? Be fully present with the people in your life. Listen without planning your response. Appreciate them for who they are, not who you want them to be. Presence is the greatest gift you can give. Surrendering to what is. Finally, Tolle emphasizes the power of surrender. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means accepting the present moment as it is, without resistance. When we resist reality, we create unnecessary suffering. But when we surrender, we find peace. Imagine being stuck in traffic. You can honk, curse, and stress out, or you can take a deep breath and accept that you're here now. Resistance won't change the situation, but surrender can change how you feel about it. Tolle shares the story of a man who lost his job and initially felt devastated. But instead of resisting the situation, he surrendered to it. This acceptance opened him to new opportunities, and he eventually found a career he loved even more. So, what have we learned? The present moment is all we have. By escaping the grip of our minds, egos, and pain bodies, we can find true peace. Simple practices like breath awareness and surrender can anchor us in the now. And in the now, life feels richer, relationships thrive, and suffering diminishes. Tolle's The Power of Now isn't just a book. It's an invitation to live a more conscious and fulfilling life. As Tolle says, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Thank you for listening to Pages to Prosperity. If this summary inspired you, share it with someone who could use a reminder to live in the now. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights from life-changing books. See you in the next one, and until then, stay present.